Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Florida Gators, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll try the right side. Just slithered through the tackle when he's got room to run. Got a lot of running room. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
I'll tell you, it's nice as a play caller when you know you don't have to call the perfect play. Even if it's not blocked properly, you know you've got guys like him who can make people miss.
And this whole offense gets energy from this guy because they love him.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida! What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Reese. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Timeout, LSU.
Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's Collins. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. Quarterback will audible. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to fire to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. On the move. Bowls his way forward. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Quarterback keeper. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Motion from the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds his man, and they convert. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Across the 25, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he tacks on the extra point. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. A 1st down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the 1st quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. On the ground, going for the first down with the gift to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with his speed.
Wow, look at this. You could take the lead with a chip shot field goal here. Instead, they'll try to finish this drive with a touchdown. They'll try to power it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
With the catch, it's Hawkins. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Now improvising. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Gators have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Fights off a defender. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Moving into the yard line. 2nd down.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. From the gun, the running back has it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, and take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the tailback. At the 20, he's got space. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Florida 14, LSU 7.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Going for the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BយុBengals will run the offense out onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Running back searching for a hole. Runs through a tackle. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. On the move at the 30. Running toward the tape. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Two of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on second and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the move. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, LSU! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up by 25 over Pittsburgh. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Now on second down. To the air, it's Lagway. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Buys a little time. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
This is such a frustrating feeling. When you got a defense that drops back, takes away all the immediate options, does a really good job with the first play, the pass play, but then you got a quarterback that just pulls it down, easily gets the first down. I just don't know how you stop a guy like this.
And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. And the quick shuffle pass underneath. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
The Gators are marching down the field. Using his legs, it's Daniels. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Finds his man. It's Daniels. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quick handoff. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Working that left side now. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the right. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Back to pass, it's Lagway. Coming after, lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Florida! They move on top here in the 4th. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Nick.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. The defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They'll run play action. Starts to scramble to the left. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's not easy. When those quarterbacks are on the move to set their feet, square their shoulders, it's a difficult task. That's why defensively you want to do this. You want to flush guys outside of the pocket, get them on the move, cut off half the field, put them in a little more predictable situation, and try to make that INT.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Toss sweep to the left. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To the air. It's Lagway. He'll take a shot. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Paul Bunyan's trophy on the line today. Michigan and Michigan State, this historic rivalry. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to fire deep. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense